Today I'll be talking about puffin repopulation in Maine. About 50 years ago, the puffin population in Maine had been almost completely wiped out, and thanks to human intervention and environmental change, an island on Maine called Eastern Egg Rock, which is this, has been successfully repopulated. Learning about these repopulation efforts can inform people about the measures being taken to protect ecosystems. Stephen Crest started Project Puffin in 1973 to reintegrate puffins onto Eastern Egg Rock. He began by translocating puffins from Newfoundland, Canada to Eastern Egg Rock. Workers at Project Puffin handmade artificial burrows of sod, which are these, and to raise the chicks in. And the chicks were hand-fed 3 times a day for 4 weeks. And workers also performed parental-like duties, like picking bugs off of their feathers and scaring away other predators. After becoming fledglings, the birds spend 2 to 3 years at sea, and after those first years at sea, Stephen Crest hoped that the puffins would return to the island. Because puffins are social birds, they tried a method called social attraction, which meant placing decoys, which are wooden replicas of puffins, around the island in attempts of luring them back. And it did eventually work. And in 1977, the first pair landed, and the first pair started to nest in 1981. Since 1981, the puffin population has grown to 172 pairs and seems to be growing at a faster rate. The highest one-year bump was in 2017 and was linked to a slight cooling in the surface temperature of the sea. The cooler water here led the phytoplankton bloom to bloom later in the season, around the same time as the zooplankton bloom. Normally, only the zooplankton blooms at the time of the nesting season, and because the phytoplankton bloom and the zooplankton bloom were close together, it fed the sea animals such as fish, which then in turn feed the puffin chicks, which led to a higher survival rate, and more chicks reached adulthood. Without human intervention, the puffin population on Egg Rock would have never returned, in addition to environmental changes such as the cooling of the water. The continued efforts of Project Puffin increased the population every year, and has also led to the restoration of at least 40 different seabird species. And then these are my sources. Thank you.